Okay guys, welcome back to the official first round proper of the bracket.
Here we go.
3 prelims last week, Matty. TaylorMade, the Sim2 Max made it out of that one.
I think it was my favorite of the prelims, I have to say.
We had obviously previous to that done the Callaway, where the Max LS made it through, and then we done the Cobra. I had to think there whether we had released that one, whether that was.
We have, yep.
I don't want to do a spoiler.
Nope.
And the XB made it through that.
Made it through.
So the first round proper, we have really the most anticipated. This could have been, the final quite easily.
It could easily be. Yep, so true.
Yeah, Ping versus Titleist. You own the Titleist. You have had the Titleist in the bag for over half a year.
Yeah, it's off season, so I can't say I played much golf with it.
Yep.
But the golf I have played with it, I've definitely liked it.
The LST, how much have you hit that one?
Honestly, not very much.
Yeah.
Not very much. I feel like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 videos at most over the course of the last few months.
Our early samples were right-handed, so I'd done the initial test.
That's right, you did. Yeah.
And then obviously in the little testing we had done in the Build a Beast series, it was more sort of me testing it. So I actually wasn't sure what your answer was going to be there. I couldn't remember whether we'd hit it once or twice, but
not much.
Not much.
No. But I mean, I always have fond memories of. I think G400 was kind of my first really favorite driver.
First love.
Yeah, first love. That I actually felt like I hit some fairways with, started to get some distance with, and so now this driver obviously reminds me of that. So it's always going to be an old flame to some degree.
Yep. This is going to be a good one. Two of the best drivers most years.
Yeah, I agree.
Titleist and Ping, and this year's no exception. So, 2 heavyweights. I'm not going to call these two the favourites because I think Sim2 Max has just changed the opinion on that.
Agreed.
And even to be honest, the Epic Max LS was unbelievable in performance.
It totally was.
So it's wide open, and we've not even seen some of the other ones yet. So
I know.
It is a truly open bracket this year.
I will be completely. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know what's going to happen to any degree. It's just going to take it one round at a time.
We have made a little modification to the weighting in the back. We took out the 17 gram weight. We popped in 7 gram weight, trying to get that swing weight down around D3.5 for you.
Which feels great.
Yeah, it feels a little bit better.
It does. And I think years ago, when we first started the channel, I think the way my swing was at the time, a heavier driver really did help me. Now I feel like a heavier driver puts me into some bad habits.
Yep.
And I probably discovered that really with the Titleist driver because it always was around D2, D3 for me. And that's what I found a real groove with. So I'm actually excited to hit this kind of in this swing weight range. Just waggling it, honestly, it kind of feels like you can get some speed with it.
Yeah, I felt the same thing last week, to be honest, when I was doing the Build a Beast. I felt like I had a bit of a disadvantage with the Ping, or the Ping had a disadvantage in the test because it was heavier. It really is. I mean, that standard weight configuration on the head weight is built for a counterbalance shaft.
It's a heavy thing. Yeah, absolutely. If you're not going to have a counterbalance shaft, Patty swing weighted. It was like D8 point something.
It's too heavy.
It's not for no one, but it's not for that many people, is it?
No, exactly. It's not. Yeah, there's not no one who can benefit from the swing weight being up there. But is it in the sweet spot range where we're going to see most golfers?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a little look. We've got the Ping up first.
Ping first. I think it deserves to go first.
Okay. Has the honour on the tee, Matty boy.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Lovely little opener from Mr. Ping.
Ooh.
A little higher up the head, Matty boy. Gets that carry up by a good 30 yards.
Yeah, easily. Go! Get down there. There it is.
That's lovely.
Get past it.
Goodbye, bunker.
Ooh. Some legs going with this thing.
A couple of big carries with this one early on.
Yeah. Oh. It's a good driver for me, isn't it?
That's a monster there.
Couldn't have ticked over one more yard. It's a little knuckly, but it's
monster.
Yeah, it's a freak ball. Okay, that's the first set. Do it. Yes.
Oh.
Oh boy. That's the one. I'm just chasing it. Get going.
Yes. Very nice.
Okay. Ooh, that's good too. Hold your head.
That's in the air for
Rightward bounce,
days.
perhaps? That is in the air forever.
Wow.
Ooh, that one's gone. I don't know what that was. Go! Oh my God.
That's
Why?
a monster.
And look.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know, it came loose. The purity broke the screw.
Oh, Jesus.
There it is.
Go.
Turn over a hair more. Okay, we're back.
Hammer.
Okay. Complicated set, but a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a momentum killer, wasn't it?
Ooh, it's a good start for the ping. It's a laser straight ball. Yes, hello.
Just loves the 320 carry, this thing.
What's going on there? Ooh, God.
And a straight one.
Gonzo. Goodbye.
Wow.
Now go left a bit, just trickle. Oh.
And pound for pound, that's one of the best drives you could. I mean, you've hit that less than one offline.
Pretty good. A little
Very
in the
nice.
heel, but it's working. Go. Yeah, that'll work. I clanked that a bit. It's gonna hang on though. Yep.
I mean, we're looking at that thinking.
I know. What a tool. You're disappointed with 338. That feels good. There it is.
Beautiful.
There we go. Big hop. Okay. Yes. Yes. Goodbye. Oh. Oh, yes.
Bomb.
Pretty good.
Absolute bomb.
Solid. Titleist. Oh. Gone. Collect a little right for me. Okay. That's it. It's just
As it drifts a little right,
leaking.
sorry, left.
It's just leaking down the left side though.
It's not one of the longer ones.
That really isn't. You gotta take it.
Okay, and the Battle of the Titans did not disappoint.
This is as good as it gets, isn't it?
It really was.
Yeah.
I mean, we were thinking at one point there we had to do a recount.
I know. It was like decimals, and we're like, did I get that one right? Did I get this one right? It was like, that was as close as, that might be the closest match in the history of the bracket.
It definitely was, and certainly high performance. The Titleist was marginally longer. The ping, no doubt about it, was quite a bit straighter. You definitely found the fairways with that in typical ping fashion.
Totally. Yeah.
Super consistent.
And it was higher launch, lower spin than I think I've ever had with a ping in the past. I mean, they both were, but you're right. I think it really, you could have took like one drive out from either one would have changed this result in either direction. That's how close it was.
The first set with the ping was 11-1 launch, 2,000 spin, and the Titleist was really consistently 12.5 and 21. So it did sit a little bit higher with the Titleist.
Yep.
Drive number 8 and drive number 9 went a little down the left side of the fairway. Good, great drives.
Great drives,
340, but like 20 yards on the left side. They were the two drives that literally done it. So when this shakes out, the Titleist was 332.5, and which would have won any other match.
Yeah, it was the best so far, wasn't it?
and the ping was 333.7. So 1.2 yards.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it felt like the whole time, neck and neck the whole way. Yeah, it could have gone either way, absolutely. Like I felt with the Titleist at the very end, was I a little bit tired? Sure, but I also hit a few pings that were a little low in the face and maybe they weren't the best, and that's the way it goes.
True, it's very true.
It's the day of test, right? That's why we do it. It's a little bit of fun.
It's an average. 10 shots is a nice average, because we see these things, whatever we see in the first set, it tends to even itself out over the course.
It does. It totally does. Good match. Such a good match.
Really, really good match.
Two really good drivers, but listen, that's the way it goes.
That's the way the bracket goes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, guys, round number 1 in the bag for ping. There'll be a lot of upset people.
People are going to be a little bit upset.
A lot of upset.
But just take comfort in knowing that Titleist would have beat every other driver so far and probably would have continued to advance. But the bracket is a random draw, and that's the way that people wanted it to be, and I think it's fun.
I mean, two swings with the difference, and no hate mail from Titleist fans.
Please don't hate us. Listen, I'm still a very big Titleist fan. So
you're still going to use your Titleist.
I'm probably going to still play this anyway, so yeah, absolutely.
No, exactly. I mean, the best drives we've seen, there was one went 359.
That's probably the best I've hit.
Yeah, the best single drives we've ever seen came from that driver
Absolutely
today.
True, yeah.
And obviously the curveball of the shaft.
Yes, the shaft curveball was there, but to be honest, they both had to deal with it in the end.
Yeah, they did.
And I did get into a nice groove with both of them in the end, so I'm not going to blame it on that whatsoever. They were both really great.
Very true.
Okay.
All right, drama
and on to the bracket. Oh boy.
Okay, next round, Cobra versus Touareg.
That'll be good.
That'll be a good one. Yeah, close, very, very close, but the bar has been set awfully high.
Excitement to come.
Good stuff. All right, stay tuned. We'll see you again soon.